In the air to right, and he did it again!
Welcome back to Lefties 2 broadcast. Week 118 is here, and we got a bunch of groups for you as always. And of course, we're going to go down 4 games, Scarlet Conference in the baseball clash season, week 1. We're going to go out there, commentate all the games, kind of give you some updates on just exactly what is going on in the world of the clash season. And if you don't know what the clash season is, I'm going to show you the Discord just to kind of introduce you to that concept. So let's get into the groups. All right, Group 1, Bronze Level 2, Global Chaos. Captain Dave is the man in this group. Again, he's trying to build up. We are Legend or Legion, I think. Baseball's son of a pitch, Wog. Okay, cool. Next, we have the Group of Death 2. All right, so, this group brought a little bit of sensitivity this week for a lot of people, which is expected. And, did it on purpose. But here we go. We have a couple groups here. Again, the idea is the top 2, or probably, the top 2 are for sure going to stay where they're at or move to that 6,000. Right now, as we can see, 4th, 5th, 11th are all at 6,000. Taiwan Representative Club. And the club that we're making a little bigger deal here, Masaba, lost on purpose the last couple weeks. And right now, they're about 2 weeks away, 2 first place weeks away from getting into that 6,000 spot again. But that's a good thing, right? So they get 6,000, they can climb the ranks. They've been stuck at around 40, 45 for so many weeks, they couldn't do it, so they quit. And again, guys, I am not recanting my statement about if you lose on purpose because the system has failed, you're a coward. Now, of course, Baseball Bros, Padres, and All-Stars, they said they don't do that. So that's really simple. If someone calls you a coward and why they called you a coward, and you don't do what they said they did, then you shouldn't worry about it. You shouldn't cry. Makes, too defensive, right? Too defensive. But again, we know what Masaba has been doing for the last couple weeks. We know what Snow Poetry and Cats did a couple times as well. All right. So again, if you go out there and try to win, good. Then don't worry about what I say. Who cares? All right. Be a big boy. All right. Next, we have the Aftermath Uprise, Taiwan, Zeus, Jays, U.S. Patriots, Platinum level 3. Teams are climbing. They're a Aftermath Uprise. If they can get about a first place here next 2 weeks, they should be in the top 100 as well. So we'll see. Eagles, U.S. Diehards, Goats, Americans, and Legends. This is really close because the Eagles, as you can see, 4-4-3-1, they're about 2 weeks away also, but they have to get first place both weeks in order to get really close to that. Because I think 100th place right now is about 46 something, maybe close to 47. All right. Interesting group. Speaking of right there at the verge, 46-33. Los Panas is not yet a top 100 club. Stars and Stripes, Aftermath OG, Camo Japan, and Taiwan. This is going to be a tough test for Los Panas right here. Let's see if they can get it. Also, make big lookout at Aftermath OG. They were in the secondary group last week, right? Second group of death. First week ever at Platinum level 5. They got bumped back down to Platinum level 4. So they should be the odds-on favorites in this group, if I have to say so myself. Battle back this week. Let's find out. All right, so Platinum level 1, Bulldogs, Dream Teams. I think that would be Balloon, Bull Chips, and Houston Astros. Let's take a double check right here on the name. Little League, my bad. Good thing I checked. Don't want to get that wrong. All right, Sato, 291, top 300 as they keep moving forward. And they're almost out of the gold league, which, top 3 teams, if you're getting over 100, move up, right? So, as long as you're getting over 100, you can move up in the top 3, right? So gold level a little bit different than platinum. Take a look at the Dolphins to Chill. That's typically been their, rival the last several weeks in a row. But again, US Semperfi, US MC Semperfi, Astros, Bama, teams that are trying to get into that platinum level as well. All right, start swinging right outside. Again, kind of like Los Panas at 46, 45 here. They're right on the verge as they go ahead and get some of the top 100 teams as well. Revolution, I'll beat you with this cup of coffee. It's from 79th, never die, kind of back and forth. Mariners, I think this is a spot where the Mariners typically win. They're getting a little too far to that 100 spot, so let's see what happens. All right, keep swinging. Interesting group here. We got Taiwan Representative Club 2 and keep swinging, and then Wild Ball League and Blue Jays. Teams that kind of flip flop. And then the team that's at 49, Taiwanese Kindergarten. Interesting spot for them. But like top two teams moving up here. This is typically a 135, 140 maybe group. Keep swinging, usually around the 120s or even lower sometimes. So we'll see what happens. All right, Cobra Kai, Platinum Level 1, Big Red Machine, Homers, Aftermath, New Day, Bronx, Bombers. All right, let's keep it going. No reject. Silver Level 2, I'd hit that for Mosa, Major Leaguers, and Aces. All right, interesting groups. All right, you could call this kind of a group of death 3 if we wanted to play that route. You got Hanwha at 8, Mandalorians at 9. All right, Korea over there stood just like Masaba last week. They got 122. Look at their scores over the last several weeks. Never have they went and gotten that low at any point in time. You can't call it a bad week. It's a complete, like, we're going to get out of that group. They drop to 19th. They get a bigger, a weaker competition compared to Korea. Metropolitans and the Yankees have no chance in this group, right? You're going to see 8th place Hanwha and Mandalorians probably battle it out for 2nd place, while Korea probably takes that step up and gets first. Now, I will put my foot in my mouth if Korea goes back-to-back weeks with 122 and gets booted out again, right? Because if they get 122, Mandalorians and Hanwha is going to win. So we'll see. But my prediction is Korea is going to come and bring the pain. Over 150 is my prediction. All right, here we go. Club of the week. You'll see that later in this week. We have Chromoia. I don't even know how to say that. Chromia. I don't know. Whatever. Hunt the Front. Great name. Mississauga. Oh, okay. Canadian team. Killers, and then a Taiwanese team here. Let's see what their name is. Fourth, Third, Fat. Okay, cool. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. All right, let these two starters. Again, a team on the outside, and man, oh man, they are hurting this week, and they got pretty decent competition. Redditors trying to stick it out and get back in the right groove. Padres dugouts are moving up. Bambinos and America First too. So let these two starters. Let's axe them pretty quick. They're already like 11 people out of it. So 5th place for let these two starters. Well deserved for them. All right, let these two chill. Rocking with 48 this week. Interesting group, like I mentioned before. Taiwan Super, a good spot for them to move up here. American Sluggers trying to rebound again, and several weeks in a row where they were just like not themselves. Righties, again, the righties have a really good opportunity to kind of get to one of their highest ranks in a long time. And then the strongest baseball team out of Korea at 68. So this is going to be an interesting group. Again, let these two people down. So that's already 10 games out. No excuses. That's how it works. All right, group of death. Here it goes again. Let me make my predictions really clear. All right, here's how it's going to work. 2nd place, Tough and Tender, will probably score around 185 to 200. First in the world for like 44 weeks in a row, Taiwan. They'll probably score around 180, 185, 190. Perla Negro will probably get 3rd. Right? They'll be at that high 160s to high 170s range at 3rd place. That's fine. They're the top 3 scoring teams in the world. Let these two, number 4 for the last several weeks in Look at round 160. Even with 48 players this week and 48 players last week, we're still going to get our ass kicked. It's fine. Fine. Padres, they had about 156, if I remember, last week. They got the fifth highest scoring output of the week, and they got themselves into the group of death. So, again, just like the All Stars, Baseball Bros, Padres, right? They are putting effort. Their leaders, I talked to them. Guys, I did it on purpose. I needed to get some emotion. Fun fact, Padres, Baseball Bros, All Stars, extreme recruiting this week. Now, again, right? I wouldn't be surprised if the Padres, Baseball Bros, and All Stars all got 180 this week. I don't think it's going to happen, but I wouldn't be surprised. The main two clubs that we're talking about really was Korea and Masaba as of last week, right? So just little attention grabbers, right? Got it. Okay, so let's go into the Discord real quick and let's break down, of course, da-da-da, the week one Scarlet Conference games. Okay, for those of you that are new to the game here, this is the Discord platform where it's for Baseball Clash, unofficial Baseball Clash server. So again, just to kind of give you a refresher or to inform you for the very first time, Baseball Clash Season 1 format, 16 participants, 2 conferences, Scarlet and Violet. We already had our draft. The prize pool, $500, 250, 150, 100. We've had some of the drafts live streamed, of course. We have the teams in each group. There's the $500, as you can see, in the PayPal account, ready to go, right? That's it, 250, 150, 100. And we have our schedule. Very like organized and how this works. Week one schedule: Colt versus Charlie, Deron versus Egen, M Twins versus Lefties 2. That's myself, Beefborg, Nori, or we can just call him Shane, right? And we'll do the Violet one a little bit later, but it kind of looks like this. Pretty much the rounds, right? We're playing a 7-week season, 8 teams per conference play each person, and then they kind of go to the playoffs after that. So we don't want to go to the results yet. We're going to go to the actual game. So each game, we're going to go ahead, Scarlet, Scarlet, Scarlet. Yep, Scarlet, 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 and Scarlet. And we're going to watch each game and commentate. I haven't really watched them. Of course, I know the results, kind of, but I didn't really watch the games. So we're going to watch and break down each game, including my own. Spoiler alert, did not go the way I wanted. But it's okay. It's all for fun. And this is what we're going to do today. So let's get into it. Okay, so our first game up here, Nori Kawakami from Sato versus Smokey the Bear from Sato, which is Shane versus Beefborg. We're going to get right into it. And again, Beefborg, or Smokey the Bear in this case, is deemed as the underdog in this series, especially this conference. A lot of lower level players, but he had to fight his way to get here. So let's see just how he does. Week one. And it looks like Murdoch level 14. Solid choice getting their player up. Again, potential $250 is on the line here. So we got something to play for, right? And again, it was free to join this league. You just got to be one of the first 16 people to get in. And even that time, sometimes it didn't really work out, right? So that's the cool thing. If you talk a lot of shit about how good you are, next season, when we have it again, um, sign up, right? All you have a chance to do is win money. No problem there. All right. Little pop out. Again, you got to have some good plate discipline here as the sound comes on. A level 12 Gina as well. So again, the draft didn't really help out Beefborg, as his main pitchers kind of got taken from him as well. So he kind of had to settle, which happens. And he's good eye, though. That's a good eye. got a good eye. That's what we want. That's what we want to see. They're swinging at strikes. You're swinging at strikes and a little late. No big deal here. Again, Murdoch has just no velocity, but every once in a while that fastball can come at you, especially paired with Matthew. So that's a really good pairing that. Oh, nice little bunt. Ah, wow. Not giving him any favors at all. That is debatable right there. I don't know about that play. Matthew has a good arm as a catcher, but that's some shadiness right there. My opinion. My opinion, at least. Up the middle. All right. I mean, that's sad because that could be 2 on with 1 out. But instead, another level 12 Martin. All right. He's going to be dangerous. If this season lasts long, it's a long season, man. It's like 7 games. And hopefully, as the weeks go by, you're able to kind of level up some of your players so you can kind of have a really good opportunity to kind of sneak up on some people towards the. All right. And there it is. All right. So bottom of the 9th inning. Beefborg again, level 13 Michelle, so we got her ranked up. Level 14 Tua leading off. So he's bringing out the big boys right away. Kind of not fair, but hey, this is the game, right? We have a draft. It was random. It was fair. Oh, right. Get me over a strike. Yeah, this is a good opportunity to kind of scout your opponents to kind of see exactly where they're going. And that's the power hitter. His timing was dead accurate. Contact high, power high. And he goes with high contact with Leo here. Level 13 Leo. Good fielding. Good contact. Average, better than average speed. All right. Good eye there. And you can see Shane going with the manual hitting as well. That's key. Not everyone is going to be a manual hitter. Oh, 3-0 count. Not the way you want to start throwing just slider, slider, slider. And up the middle. Can Gina get there? You got to turn 2, buddy. Nah, he doesn't get the bang bang in his favor. A little slow. And then a 14 Ren. That's 3 14s we're already seeing. But hey, you still got to hit strikes sometimes. A little early on that slider. All right. And pairs her up with the sister, 14 Ray. That is, man, Shane's going to be a force to reckon with in this one. Good eye there. Laying out the curve up high. This guy got to nibble, man. It's dangerous hitters. Level 14, dangerous hitters. Stealing, hit and run action. Hit and run works. Gets the runner to third, 2 outs. Wow, okay. So, bold strategy. Ibrahimovic, the winner of the Lefties 2 Home Run Derby. All the players at the time. That's game over. Oh, great location on that, too. 50-50 ball. What are you going to do with that one? Here, that's game over. Oh, as a player, I'm seeing it. I'm like, okay, I know Michelle's curveball. And, oh, there it is. A ball. He threw the perfect pitch, the perfect timing. Shane gets the early victory. Next up, all right, our next game, game number 2. It's kind of interesting. We have the number 1, overall pick, Sharpie, going against the draft had Colt. All right, so our next game is against the player Sharpie, aka Charlie, who had the first overall pick, versus Colt, who had the 8th overall pick. Be very interesting here. Colt is probably the better overall player, if I had to say so myself. And he got Jay in the 5th round, level 13 Jay. His ERA 5, not really great with him, as Charlie had the first overall pick, went with level 14 Shitaro. So it could be an interesting game. Let's see who comes out on top. Jay again, deceptive pitcher, but there is a way to kind of beat him. He goes and swings for a ball one, gets it opposite field there. Nice job by Charlie. Going right out, level 13 Fox. Okay, so again, you can't really steal too much on Jay. Swinging out the zone again. Not going to happen, but the speed gets it. Okay, and as we all know, Jay versus Fox. Jay's going to win this on a pickoff. So as you guys, he's thrown 3 pitches out of the zone, and Charlie has swung at all 3 of them. Take a note in this one, and he takes off, and that's the inning. Wow. Got to find the timing. And that was pretty quick. 2 hits. There's actually 1 hit. Fielder's choice in that game. All right, level 14 Shitaro, 2.5 ERA. Not bad. Level 13 Smith is the leadoff batter for Colts. Where are we going with this one? Strike 1. Okay, get me over strike. You're going to need to not do that too much against Colt. Again, I've not watched this game, so I have no idea. And you look at Colt's cursor. He's just right in the middle, calm, cool, collective, kind of the opposite of what I am. I move mine around quite a bit, but he's pretty chill. He gets the motion going right as the ball's coming. So good timing method, right? Where everyone's a little bit different. Where I'm gonna go crazy and then I slow it down. He kind of gets it to go a little bit up and down. Ooh, buckled him on that one. All right, Kaya, 594 if you saw that. Level 14 Kaya was Colts' first round pick, number 8. And game over. That's the old ball game right there. That's a quick one. Colt gets the victory here. Nice one. Careful. Our next game, game 3, Baseball Bros, Deron, currently the number 1 ranked player in the world class rankings, versus actually the sponsor of this tournament, right? He put up the money for this, which is pretty cool for him. Egen, currently in All-Stars. So let's get into the game. All right, so he's got a lot of level 14s, Egen does. And, you know, one of the harder pitchers in the game is Luna, of course. Deron is the away team in this one. And we're going to take a real nice look. Actually, interesting that they playing on the field. That's weird. Why are they? I guess they get to play on his field no matter what. That's pretty cool. All right. All right. 0-2 count, or 1-1 count, excuse me. And man, at level 14, you can see that sinker kind of go away. I'm pretty decent at that sinker right there on that outside corner to lefties or inside corner. And Deron swinging away on that one. Not solid there. Batting 511 with King. Okay. That was pretty decent average. Good eye. Let's checking out his eye. So again, kind of like Colt, Deron is like staying right in the middle and then a slight move with the cursor. Good timing right there in the middle. So nice job with this. Good timing, good hit right at the middle, right where you want it. Hopefully, Egen can get rid of that black dot right there. It's kind of annoying from his phone. I don't know what kind of phone that is, but either way, level 13 Andre batting third for Deron. All right, keeping him close. You know, King has those wheels over there. 181 speed, a little bit over average. Nice job. That's a nice cutter right there. Good spot. Luna coming up. No, goes the stinker. So got the tailing away, coming back. So where's he going to go now? He's hit all the corners. And try to sneak it in. And Mark, there he is. I believe that's level 14. Mark gets the second out. Jordan. Now, this is a pick that I really wanted for myself. And he's got Jordan batting fourth. That's an interesting cleanup strategy there. Right? Kind of tells you that in the draft, it makes it really fair. You got to really be strategic. And Jordan comes through. Again, there is an algorithm for, right, positions like, cleanup hitters, leadoff. There's a little bit of algorithm boost. I can't really prove it, but I have kind of proved it based off of it. Either way, Murray, that outside cutter lays off. Good eye by Deron, man. I'm impressed. Swinging that, ball, with Neville leading off, but he's being patient because he's letting certain strikes go, but he's waiting for his pitch, which is what you got to do. Nice job with the changeup there. Way to lay off. All right. What's Luna going to do? 2 outs. 1 run's already given up. Got to find a way. The guy's got solid batter's eye. Where to go? Oh, man. I can believe it. Deron's eyes got huge. He was on that, but he got a little overzealous on that thumb swipe. And it hits the gap anyways. Jordan is going to make the turn. He does. Oh, wow. A little late on the tag. All right, 2-0. All right, Chris coming up. Got the little bunt swag here. Where are you going to go with it, man? Where are you going to go with it? All right, that's a good location for that sinker, too, but just looked a little high. Chris with the pop up. Is it going to drop? Yep. Little drop. Little choke and poke, as they say. All right, Egen. Level 12 Egen. Not bad in the back of your lineup. Not a bad option. Taking off, hit and run, and all right, a little bit of showman. But level 14 Fernandez is where, so 14 pitchers versus 14. So let's check out Deron, see how he is. Where's he going to go? Starts with that inside strike. Okay, so that's a little late on Egen's fault there. Got to be on those strikes. And another strike, too. Okay, he's right on it. There you go. Hit the strikes. Tie and run comes to the plate. We got ourselves a potential game. I don't understand this at all. This is kind of a wasted at bat right here. Why is he doing this? It could be like, early season weirdness. Like, I don't know, man. Just because she's level 14, I mean, again, you could put your pitcher in leadoff spot and it'll give her a little bit of a boost or him a boost. But you still got to be, I don't get that at all, man. Not a solid strategy, in my opinion. Now you got Mark batting third, right? Again, tough one when you're down because he's like average. He's a human being when he's got a little extra speed because the Luna boost, of course, that does make it a little more interesting. Got to swing at strikes. 2 quick outs there, and Rosa, level 14 Rosa is up. And you got a player that can steal bases, but you're not taking advantage, right? He hasn't even tried to pick off. You got to find the stolen base. Good eye there. I mean, he's hitting. He's got the location down. Oh, swinging at balls, not going to help. And there it is. Deron gets the victory week 1 against Egen. Going to the next one. Our next game, Lefties 2v Lefties 2, Justin and myself. And again, I was the 6th pick overall. Justin was the 3rd pick. He's M Twins in the group. So let's get this one going. Not a happy camper on that one at all. So I'm the home team here using my level 14 Wade. And this is going to be an interesting game. Not really happy, but we'll see how it works out. All right, you're going to see a lot of my strategy in this game and kind of how I pitch, kind of throwing the whole kitchen sink. Nice job being right on that fastball. That's something to learn. Okay. So he goes Durant leadoff. That's an interesting spot. And then Alex and Dexter comes in. Nice grab. That's why you have him. He never does that until he does it. That's a great line. He never does it until he does it. So that helped out. because that was going to be a nice little up the middle, 2-on, no out situation, but got to go make it happen here. Like that corner fastball. And we get the pickoff. That's big time, big league. Big league spot right there. 2 outs, nobody on. Top of the ninth. Let's go to work. And there it is. Clean inning. Good defensive plays, good pickoff. Level 12 Riley. Let's freaking go. What are we going to do here? At opposite field, right on the strike, right away. This is looking like it's going to be nice, isn't it? Just perfect. Who? What you going to do? Batting 2. And he's on it. Opposite gapper. We got runners in scoring position. Nobody out. Should be a fun one, right? Am I right? Foreshadowing moments coming up. Hammer 14. You would think this would be the end of the game here. And I'm swinging at it, not even charging. By the way, I'll give you a little insight. Not to make a too stupid excuse, but my little baby, who's 1 year old today, kicked me in the face when Hammer was up. So 3 straight pitches. Ah. Anyways, 2-on, 1 out in scoring position. Swinging at 4 straight balls, and we're able to kind of make it happen. Okay, so bases loaded, 1 out. We're still in good spot. Andy Man, the Andy Man can 5 straight balls he throws, and I swing at all of them. Not ideal, but we're still not out of it yet. Heavy contact, Annie. And I missed the actual slider. That was the walk-off right there. Out of all that, finally lay off a ball. Missed the actual strike slider. Ball 2. All right. Again, Annie, great contact. You think we're right there, right there. Swinging at garbage. And we have a chance. Oh, Andy was there. Kind of do an instant replay on that, but that's called a choke job and a half. Now we have to go do some damage control. I hate going extra innings just because my pitching style with base runners on, like, always gives up bloopers, potential bombs, dribblers through the infield. That's just kind of how my pitching style works. And having runners on with the way I pitch is not beneficial at all. At all. But we got to play. Got to play. We got Kevin up. Big spot. Gets him to swing out of it. There we go. And I don't know why he didn't take off with Alexander right there. That could have been a big spot. Another big hitter. Level 13 Wilson. Got to find a way. Got to find a way. Get him to swing. That's a dangerous pitch because that was supposed to be out of the zone. And it gets him to swing at it again. We're looking like we're. Oh my God. Jackson has good fielding too. That is an error. Errors come back to bite you. Trying to get him jam on that slider. Lays off it. Good eye. Good eye. Okay. Where am I going? Old reliable. 2? No. Throwing it to third. All right. Phoenix. Not a great hitter. 174 contact, 162 power. All right. Ball 1-1. Top of the 10th. 2-on, no, 2 outs. Gets a strike. I mean, he hits the strike, jams it in there. And Alexander easily comes in with the speed. Again, you can't be mad at throwing a strike and getting a hit. But again, the bloopers really hurt you. They hurt me. That's how I lose a lot of times. I'll give up a home run. Trust me. But this is a game where you look at the pitching and the blooper comes through, and I got the bottom of my lineup up. And I need a big run here. We need a big run. Otherwise, this is a thrown away game. Swinging at a ball again, man. I don't know what the level 12 Riley's doing. And I'm getting a little lucky. I left early. I got a little lucky with Dexter. Oh, boy. Can't hide Dexter. One of the worst hitters in the game. Him, Barbara. Oh, boy. Here we go. Got to turn it around. We got to get it around the lineup. Speed is on the base paths, and it's going to drop. Is it going to drop? No, and we have to get back quick because Rama. Oh, boy, that should have dropped. And we're down to our last out. Strike. And we let a strike go through. That would have been a big one. And we swing at garbage. Got a little lucky. Didn't foul it out. Got a decent. And we let strike 3 go. That's an embarrassing game for me. Terrible, but hey, good win for Justin. Got a good win there. You can't complain. All right. So those are the week 1 Scarlet matchups. Just going to give you an idea. We have week 2 is pretty much already complete. There is a schedule for Shane and Colt. I can't wait for that game to be posted, but that game right there will be up, and we'll get those ones probably like next week. Be on the lookout. Right, we have week 1 Violet coming up later this week as well, so we'll be able to kind of talk about those games. Solid teams in the Violet group. But guys, check out the Discord again. That is really an idea. All right, welcome to the server. Get in here, be a member of the Discord. So you have an opportunity, man. A lot of opportunities going to come through this Discord with these kind of leagues. Get a chance to win some real cashola. Right, and as always, thank you for watching under the Lefties 2 broadcast. See you next time.